Hey everyone, welcome to your Universe Z, the place where we talk all about the Dragon Ball universe. Today we are going to go through Vegeta becoming a new Saiyan god. If you would like to see more Dragon Ball content, please leave your like and subscribe to join our Universe Z. Transformations in Dragon Ball have always been good choices when it comes to presenting very impactful scenes. Not only because they represent the growth of the characters in relation to power, but they also reveal how much he himself has changed since his last revealed transformation. It usually takes a while to achieve a new kind of power, however, it is expected that always Goku and Vegeta, the protagonists, constantly rise in power. But after all, can Vegeta achieve a new transformation even before Goku himself? Let's talk about his potential in today's video. Vegeta, more specifically Vegeta 4, recognized as Prince Vegeta, is the prince of the fallen Saiyan race and husband of Bulma, father of Trunks and Bulla, the eldest son of King Vegeta, as well as one of the main characters in the Dragon Ball series. Egotistical and full of pride, Vegeta was once a ruthless, cold-blooded, murderous warrior, but later abandons his role in Frieza's force, choosing to remain and live on. He would later fight repeatedly alongside the most powerful warriors in Universe 7 to protect Earth and his family, as well as to surpass Goku in power. Vegeta's character development is the most praised and one of the greatest in the series. He began by serving as the main antagonist in the Vegeta saga, but then as an anti-heroic tritagonist throughout the rest of Dragon Ball Z. After the Majin Buu saga, Vegeta would evolve into a hero as the main deuteragonist/secondary protagonist in the sequel series, Dragon Ball Super. Vegeta is one of the most powerful mortal warriors in Universe 7, sometimes being recognized as the second most powerful among them, making him one of the strongest fighters in the multiverse as a whole. While Goku is known to have mastered every significant power-up and transformation that the Dragon Ball universe has to offer before Vegeta, there is one powerful Saiyan transformation that Vegeta mastered long before Goku. In fact, Vegeta was not only able to master this power before Goku, but he was able to do so before Goku even knew that he was able to access this particular transformation in the first place, something that led to Vegeta's momentary victory over Dragon Ball's greatest hero. In the early chapters of Dragon Ball, readers immediately realized that Goku was not like normal kids, as he lived in the forest, had bulletproof skin, and, strangest of all, had a fully functional prehensile tail. While his introduction and subsequent acts of incredible heroism seemed unusual for a mere child to have done before he even reached full maturity, Goku's craziest feat actually came in the form of a monstrous transformation, one that was a direct result of his Saiyan tail, the Great Ape. Dragon Ball Chapter 232 by Akira Toriyama. Goku and Vegeta are in the middle of their first fight after Vegeta launched an attack on planet Earth in an attempt to steal the Dragon Spheres and then end life on the planet so that he could sell the vacant world to the highest bidder. During the battle, Vegeta realized that Goku was much stronger than he believed, so he decided to use his most powerful transformation, the Great. Unfortunately, Earth's moon was destroyed sometime before the events of this chapter, and the light reflected from the moon's surface is the key to unlocking the transformation. So Vegeta uses his own energy to create an orb that simulates moonlight, allowing him to transform. Once he becomes a Great Ape, Vegeta does not transform into an angry monster like readers have seen from Goku and Gohan in the past, but instead is fully conscious, making him even more deadly. This chapter of Dragon Ball proves Vegeta's complete mastery of the Saiyan form in more ways than one. Not only is Vegeta able to keep his mind changed, but he also knows exactly how the transformation itself works and can find alternative solutions to achieve it no matter what circumstance he is in. Monkey in this chapter, since there was no moon and therefore no access to their power, but Vegeta understands that it's not so much about the moon as it is about the kind of energy the moon emits, which is something he can achieve with a skillfully conjured orb created from his own ki. Every bit of knowledge and skill displayed by Vegeta regarding the Great Ape form of the Saiyan, Goku completely lacks. In this chapter, Goku is not even aware that Saiyans can transform into Great Ape, because every time he has done this in the past, he would faint. Everyone around Goku would lie to him and say that another monster passed through the area while he was sleeping. Basically, Goku didn't know he was a Great Ape, so he definitely couldn't control himself in that form or create the circumstances to transform without the light of the full moon. While Goku has Vegeta defeated in almost every subsequent Saiyan transformation in the Dragon Ball series, Vegeta mastered the Great Ape form before Goku even knew what it was. Vegeta's power has always been an essential part of Dragon Ball's story, and once again, his power seems to be something that could completely shape the Dragon Ball universe. This article, we will talk about the topic that has been on the minds of many fandoms since the beginning of his training with Beerus, Will Vegeta become the new god of destruction of Universe 7, or at least could he secure a power that would make him go head-to-head with one? Perhaps a new Saiyan transformation, called God of Destruction Mode. The quest for power by the Prince of all Saiyans has been a vital part of his character since his first appearance during the Saiyan saga, and during the latest chapters of Dragon Ball Super, this has reached a whole new level. Earlier in the manga, we were shown the training that Whis was putting Goku through. Training was intended to help Goku control his Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta, not being one to be left behind, begins training under Beerus' watch. During this time, he began to focus his energy on learning the techniques that the gods of destruction possess, and it seems to have paid off, as seen by his newest and most powerful transformation, Ultra Ego. This form channels the destructive energy that Vegeta has harnessed from his training, allowing him to become the opposite of Goku's Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct is a technique used by angels to maintain control of the gods they care for by keeping them calm and aware at all times. Ultra Ego seems to have the opposite purpose. Using Ultra Ego, he can absorb incoming damage and use it to become stronger, rather than focusing on avoiding damage like Goku's Ultra Instinct. This has led fans to conclude that Vegeta could be on his way to inheriting the God of Destruction title for Universe 7. The more we delve into his recent development as a character, the theory only grows in strength. This new form exploits the prince's previous outlook on life, allowing him to embrace his pride and Saiyan nature to fight and destroy while focusing on those who try to cause harm for nothing, something Vegeta used to do and came to terms with during the last few arcs of the manga. Vegeta's encounters with Moro allowed him to take the final steps necessary to forgive himself for the horrible crimes he committed in the past, which is essential to the doctrine of Ultra Ego. Beerus thought of him as he tried to reach the form he needed to see beyond his guilt and repent of accessing the power of destruction. This is our first evidence to point out that Vegeta will be a candidate to take over when Beerus retires. Beerus speaks from experience when it comes to guilt over destruction, dealing with it throughout his career as a god. He has shown our prince that defeat is not inherently bad, not something done just to cause harm. Sometimes it is necessary, and only those who are prepared can shoulder that burden. Vegeta is more than capable of being the next bearer of that responsibility, having seen both sides of destruction throughout his life. In his early days, being the one to cause it recklessly, and in later years, seeing its effect on the universe and its inhabitants, such as the Namekuseans he felt guilty for killing. Beginning to understand the power, but more importantly, the need for destruction in the universe, demonstrated by his control over Ultra Ego, a form created to destroy in a more controlled environment, concentrating that destruction only on those he chooses as his targets. Potential for mass destruction is still within him, as exemplified when he was about to destroy the planet during his fight with Granola. So Beerus not only oversaw the Saiyan's training and taught him techniques that only those who are gods of destruction can learn, but also helped him become increasingly aware of his destructive capabilities and the universe's need for it. As seen with Toppo during the Tournament of Power, those who have this ability and can use it for the greater good are the most apt to inherit the title of God of Destruction for their universe. This is the theory and evidence of the possibility of Vegeta becoming the God of Destruction later during Dragon Ball Super. Do you agree with the theory, or do you think he could follow a completely different path? Leave your opinion about the character's potential in the comments. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your Universe Z.